Yes.
Next speaker is Awiny. Awiny, my 2022 self-reflection, my 2022 self-reflection. Awiny.
I am telling you, in all the circumstances, this is not showing any respect from you. In any of the corporate world, any company, and the supervisors, the directors can fire you if you keep arguing with me, not believing in me, and having this attitude towards me. I know I have the right to fire you if you are not changing the way that you respecting me. And that was what I had from my boss back in 6 months ago. I have been working with a foundation, bringing hope, changing lives. That's what the motto, that's what the mission of this foundation, which is the best of ever in my working life. This is really fit in the values that I have in my life. I've been serving the poor with my boss for 21 years, and that was not a short time. And definitely the people, including my boss, which is my second family after my close ones. I didn't really know what happened until after 21 years, in the month of June 2022, my boss was so upset, furious, had to talk to me, or we had to have someone to be in the discussion. The core group had to discuss, had to have a mediate with me to reconcile me and my boss. And that was never happening, that had never been happening since I joined this company. Yet from there on, that was the very struggling in my heart. For the 6 months period until the month of December 2022, I had this difficult time just to communicate with my boss. Everything was like a light bulb, like a volcano explode. Every time that I would suggest something and my boss would explode. And that was very uncomfortable in this. Toastmasters helped me a lot, but yet it didn't really work out until our hearts really be reconciled. One of the things for 2022 was the difficult part in my life journey. I finally decided I had to resign. December 22, I submitted my resignation letter to my boss. It was full of tears when the first time I typed my resignation letter. It was full of pain, hurts, and everything, because that was my life, but I had to let it go. How many people here had resigned? If you see, I had it all in Mandarin because it was Mandarin speech. How many times that you resigned? As for me, it's only one time, which is this one. I've been serving with the foundations for 9 years, and I as a volunteer, and now continuing as a staff for 21 years. It's totally 30 years of my life. It was the whole youth of my life. I spending out time with this company, with this foundation, bringing hope and changing the life of the poor and the needy. was very meaningful. But these are my research on how the percentage and why, the reason why people resigned. And first, there was major things was 5%. It was that people expecting a higher income. Second, 15%, people were expecting to be contented, to be variable in the company. And the 14% is people do quit because they do see the values in the company don't go along with them. And 11% are the ones that have to be relocated and they were not ready for it. 10%, they're not happy with their positions. And 7%, and they're not promoted after years. And 2%, because they really expect their flexible schedule, working schedule. And the other 15% are the others, probably health issues. Which one is mine? Mine is basically on the 15%. I didn't really, because it was a service to the poor, I didn't really look at how much income. Everything will be evaluated. But I wasn't very contented. I learned what are the things that are major for me right now, which is what are the things I need to change for my further communications with my future supervisors or boss. First, I realized it was started all with a short message. It was WhatsApp messages, and it turned out to be boom. It was a big argument for 6 months. I realized that text messages weren't very effective for every one of us to communicate. It would mess up all of the understanding. Second of all, don't talk to someone when they're tired. And I know my boss was having a lot of pressure because of the shortage of the cash flow. In that moment, I was like, boom, boom, boom. And that's really hurt her. And that's when I learned, take it slow, enjoy every moment, and do not push when people are not ready. And that's for me.